Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming my fall TBR. I have like a heck of a lot of books next to me, but also my camera is dying, so I'm trying to do this as fast as possible. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start off with historical fiction, since historical fiction is something I love to read during the fall, and I have 3 books by Ruta Sepetys. I have Salt to the Sea, Between Shades of Grey, and Out of the Easy. Salt to the Sea came out earlier this year, and I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I think these all take place during World War II in just different parts of the world, so this is what they all look like. I'm really excited to read these because Ruta Sepetys is like one of my favorite people. I've never read any of her books, but she's just such a passionate person. She spends so much time researching for her books, so I'm really excited to finally read what she has written. The books are adult historical fiction, and the first one is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. I think this is about a woman in Iceland who's like on death row. I could be wrong, but that's what I think this is about, and I got it for super cheap and it's not that long, so it shall be read. And then the next book is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. This is a World War II historical fiction that takes place in France, and it's about 2 sisters and like their family dynamic and how they like get through the war, and the cover is gorgeous, and I've heard so many good things about this, so I'm super excited to read it. The next book I think is magical realism. I've never really read a magical realism book before, but I'm pretty sure this is what that is, and that is Magonia by Maria Devana Headley, or Headley, I don't really know how to say her name. But this book I've heard a few things about. I haven't really heard like if it's good or bad, but I've just heard people talk about it, and it made me really interested. It's about this girl who's really sick, and then she goes to Magonia and she finds out that like she can get better, but like the doctors in the real world like don't have a cure for her illness. So I was super interested, and the cover is absolutely gorgeous. The next book I've heard is a lot like The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which is actually also in this TBR because I haven't read this book yet, but I've heard this book is a lot like it, and that's The Museum of Extraordinary Things by Alice Hoffman. I heard it's very similar. I don't really know because everybody who have read The Night Circus say that like nothing's that similar to it, but they have very similar premises to them, and this one has really beautiful end pages, and I'm really excited to read them, and again, it's not that long. The next book I plan on reading is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I want to read this because of the movie that's coming out. It was really like interesting, and I have heard a lot about this, and a few of my friends have actually like read this book and told me to read it, but the pictures kind of really scared me because I'm a chicken, so but I do definitely want to read this, and I got this from my friend who didn't want it anymore, so that's nice. The next book I plan on reading during like October, and that is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. The sequel is coming out at the end of this year. I don't know when exactly, but I wanted to wait until the sequel, it was closer to the release date for the sequel, because I know I'm absolutely gonna love this book, and it's so beautiful with the black pages, and I love everything about it, even though I haven't read it yet, but I know I'm gonna be super attached to the characters. The next book is adult fantasy, and that is The Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. This book I've heard so many mixed things about, but I wanted to pick it up for myself, and when I saw it at Barnes & Noble for only $6, I had to pick it up, and so I definitely plan on reading this in the fall. I've been saving it because I don't know why, but the cover just makes me really think of fall, so I've been saving it for that, and I'm really excited to pick it up. I have 2 classics on this list, and the first one is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and this is actually the edition that I was talking about in my last video where it like wasn't in the frame, which I thought it was, and it has the pink edges like I said, but this is so beautiful, and I'm on page 200. I started reading this like a little bit earlier in the year, and then I just stopped because I wasn't in the mood for a classic, but I was really enjoying this, so I'm looking forward to picking this up in the fall. The next book I have is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is the Barnes & Noble signature edition, and it's a hardcover, and it has deckled edges, which is really nice. Obviously everyone knows what Pride and Prejudice is about, and I've never read it, so I'm excited to pick it up. Next 2 books are a part of a series, and that is the Lightbringer series by Brent Weeks. I have the second book, which is The Blinding Knife, and the third book, which is The Broken Eye. I just finished the first book, which is The Black Prism, a few days ago, and I absolutely loved it, and I'm really looking forward to reading the next 2 books, and also the 4th book comes out in October, so I want to catch up on the series before that book comes out. And then the last book I have is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I mentioned this in my currently reading because I read like 3 pages of it, and I know this is going to be like one of the next books I pick up, and I'm really excited to pick it up maybe in like September, because It's kind of has like, it's creepy to me, so I'm like excited to see if it gives me like those Halloween feels. I'm really excited about this though. And those are all of the books that I have that I plan on reading in the fall. This excludes like new releases and books that I don't own. But these are all the books that I own that I plan on reading in the fall. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below and tell me what you guys plan on reading in the fall. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!